Go get it. Photo, pour so photogenic. All my ladies, go get her. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son. Go get it. Top dog, I got Jesus on the BDE. Gang. Know we all gotta eat. Up late, bills due, rent due, I ain't been asleep. Looking in the mirror, all I see is the woman I wanted to be. My city depending on me. That's some G.O.D. Grew up watching my mama make steak. Give me a beat. Wu-Tang Calamity Street. Car ain't got no key. I push the start my week.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble, bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. They'll start out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
On play action, it's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 30 big ones. On play action, Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys.
We're seeing it the same way. We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. And Jones, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Now the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The first carry now. This is Williams. The Lions at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. First carry for DeAndre Swift. 7 yards there and a first down.
A good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. He'll look to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The tackle there by Malcolm Rodriguez. 7-7, our score after one. A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He finds Watson complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers caught, and he coughed it up, and this is scooped up by the Lions. There he goes left side, and they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So the turnover forced and a wonderful. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
This is our time.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Swift. And some room to maneuver. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 42 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Quay Walker came through to make the sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Back to throw here. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys have now moved out in front. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers to throw for it on 4. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. They'll try and run here with Swift.
Man, they're still in the lead. The momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence. And you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Back to throw now on 1st down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a...
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Second and long. That is caught. It's Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And some space here. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, 57 yards. And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. Rodgers going to throw. He finds Watson. It's caught. He's got room at the 30. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, 61 yards. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try now for Vedvik. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On play action, now Rodgers. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Ain't no challenge. Stop.
Josh McDaniels, he had his mind made up on that one. He disagrees, and he'll throw the challenge flag.
Man.
So Josh McDaniels ends up winning that challenge. Smart decision to review it. Now a play fake. Rodgers out to his left. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
On third down, here's Jones.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Swift going to try up the middle. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They will run straight ahead with Swift. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Working with 2nd and 5 now. The slot man in motion right. And the slot man goes in motion left. Right back to Swift again on second down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw.
Really?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to...
What'd you say?
You had 3 soups in that cupboard.
I know.
20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Eric Stokes in on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jonah Jackson, former 3rd-round pick, the guilty party. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.
Close the fucking door.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
No. Hold up, son. 1 second.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because
I don't care
they
what
have
I
to sit in that
say,
film
though. I
room
can change
and
my
watch
mind.
every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap.
Ps5, bro. I'm giving a fuck
Point
about
splits
the
the
Ps5.
uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers finds his receiver, Watson. And we are inside of 2 minutes left.
Better than I can play better than this. I'm better than this, bro.
Here as we welcome you back.
Just fucking up, bro. I just don't want them slumps.
In a late score.
Nigga, I beat you plenty times. Stop it.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release.
A lot of
time.
You want a good running right now. You want a good run.
Defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and a defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But he turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there.
You was slumping. I mean, you used to slump like a motherfucker.
And he's got for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
I don't know what that was about.
It's St. Brown. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Vedvik now for the extra point. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He's got a man complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing.
And now here is another interception. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by Kingsley Enagbare. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And he's got room. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 28. 246 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Game.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, all eyes are on them and all
From
the
that
lights are
hard.
shining brightly.
Because I heard him in the
They
home
show
run.
up and
Not
they
going
show
outside
out.
with that hard.
So for Detroit, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gordon. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
This is watch out.
Are you going anywhere? This is such a big house.
It's my mom's. It's great for me. It's not enough to pay rent. You can save up.
Well,
I'll be getting great too. My mom's gone so much, I usually have the whole place to myself. I can do whatever I want. That's where I play poker with the guys. And this is my business.
I should probably be done with
Hey, stop. It's still streaming. Man. Who was watching?